Hey YouTube, Lawn Boys Post 1975. Title of the video, what's in a name, or where did your YouTube handle come from? Now, those of you who've watched me for a while will know I've touched upon this story once or twice, but it's been about 2 years, and this is a video response to Ultra Maximus. I'll put a link in the doohickey down below to his channel. I really do recommend you go and check him out. He's a top bloke. I've known him for a long time. He does comic reviews, movie reviews, toy reviews. His Transformer videos are absolutely brilliant. If you love Transformers, definitely go and check him out for his reviews of the action figures. Now, he tagged a whole bunch of us. And I thought it was interesting, and I'm going to, answer his question. I'm going to expand upon it a little bit because, as I've said, I've talked about this before, but there's 3 questions I get a lot. And the first one is, what's the deal with your name? The second one is, what's the deal with your song? And the third one is, what are the lyrics to your song? Seriously, I get them a lot. And since I've been getting quite a lot of them, very recently, particularly my name and my excuse me, and the fact that I've got a song, it's kind of interesting that he's tagged me with this question. So I'm gonna answer it, and as I said, expand upon it a little bit more. So if you know the story, please feel free to skip the video. But seeing as it was a few years ago, and I've got quite a few more subscribers since then, I thought I'd answer it. But it's funny. When you look at names for channels, I think it's safe to say we build a channel's name, or a channel that we watch a lot, or we like and enjoy their content, and we have a different image of their name in our head than necessarily what the individual does themselves. And we might be a little bit disappointed when you find out why their name is what it is, such as, you can't necessarily get what you want, naming conventions, things like that, being lazy, memory tricks, keeping things uniform. And it's funny because people always seem to think there's there's some, not quite a lot, there's some meaning behind my name. And while there is a personal connection, it's quite probably, well, it's not really romantic or exciting or anything, but basically, Lawn Boy was a nickname I had at college that 2 of my mates in my class gave me, because they were the other 2 people who'd been to North America and knew what a Lawn Boy was, which is, for those of us in the United Kingdom, this is really not a good story. For those of us in the United Kingdom, a Lawn Boy is a form of like mini tractor mower. And yeah, it was a nickname given to me based on, well, it was college, do the maths, so I'm going to keep this PG-13, but lawnmowers, think about it. Yeah, told you there was nothing grown up about this. And yeah, it kind of stuck. And it wasn't till a few years later that I kind of applied it to Tinterwebs. And I remember it must have been like 1995, 56k V90 modems in dial-up, and I remember I was playing Quake on it, and I set up my first email account that I still have. I still have my Hotmail account from then that I'm actually quite proud of. I'm not sure why I'm proud of that, like it's some big achievement in the scope of great things in the world. But and I remember I sat there when I was trying to set it up, and I was thinking, what am I going to call it? What am I going to call it? And I just went, oh, Lawn Boy. Lawn Boys Post, because it's an email account, thinking that somehow I was really intelligent for doing that. And then just for a whole while on the internet, just because I was a lazy bastard, Lawn Boy just became kind of a staple as my username, just to keep things uniform, keep things sort of easy to remember, that and then we jump forward years and years later, and I didn't even know what YouTube really was at this point, but I wanted to set up an account, so you could watch age-restricted, movie content and stuff like that, and you had to have a login to do it. And I remember trying to set it up, and I could not think what to do, and it just popped back in there, and I just went, do what you always do when you go with online stuff. So I went with Lawn Boys Post, but Lawn Boys Post was taken, so I went with Lawn Boys Post 1975, which, as you can tell now, is this title was never designed to be like some sort of flashy, cool, name for a page, channel, internet thing, whatever. It's just I want something I could remember, hence the fact that I put numbers on the end. And it's funny because it was just not intended to be used for what it is used. But I'm not gonna lie, I've had it, you've used it as a name for making content for so long now that I'm actually kind of quite proud of it. Hence the fact that I thought I'd use it as an excuse to show off the wicked shirt I won in the competition from Novabug. Link to his channel in the doohickey down below as well. But yeah, it's funny, and I think quite a lot of us who never intended on making content carry on doing so now with a name that was not what we would do, we could do it again. But since you have a group of people attached to that name, and since your name probably means something more so to other people than it does you, I just keep it. Now, the deal with the song is another one of my really good early friends on YouTube, Adam from the Adam and Des show. He still does it from time to time. He just put an offer out there. Then I watched his show, I loved it. I'll link their channel on the doohickey down below. And he just said, hey, does anyone want a theme song? And I said, hey, I'll have a theme song. And this comes back to what I kind of touched upon at the start of the video, which is, with a name like Lawn Boys Post 1975, I just thought, how on earth are you going to write a song for that? And he came up with this absolute, and I still love it. People would think, I know some people are sick of it, but I still love it, and I still sit through my own intro every time I edit a video, and it just came up with this absolutely amazing song that I think it's safe to say people always associate with me now. I've heard it as a ringtone on someone's train. Someone's train? Wow, they were rich. On someone's phone on a train once. I got a bit scared. Yeah, so that's the deal with the song, and the lyrics are Lawn Boys Post 1975, a YouTuber who's on the rise, reviewing games and game-related items, sometimes rants, whatever seems to bug him. Lawn Boys Post 1975, and the little tappy bit at the end is a reference to Red Dwarf. Anyway, there you go. Not particularly exciting, but as I said, many people don't know it and have always wondered what the deal is with those things. So there you go. That's the story with my YouTube handle. And please go and check out Ultra Maximus's video, as I said, in the link down below. Any responses, do them to him. But please, by all means, leave a comment and tell me what the deal is with your name. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.